Good morning, folks. It's 10:11 on 11/11 on 2022. What is this? It's a odd number day, isn't it? This is a oneness, and oneness demands that I tell the truth. And the truth is, you guys are absolutely going to cop it through here, and the conditions that are going to unfold through Sunday are going to make the roads along the coast here very dodgy. So, any of my protesting lovely people down here and up here, bring extra supplies with you. You might be there a little longer than you expected. If you're camped out down by the river down here, get some higher ground. Oh no, we never give up the ship. We got a poop deck. When the shit gets thick, hit the poop deck. Right? Let's persevere here. We will not be geoengineered out of our protest every weekend. Okay? It is a protest. We're protesting geoengineering. We're protesting the unfairness of forced policies and lots of things that you might want bubblegum served at school. You might want to protest that. Who knows why you're going up to the state house? So the police in front should never judge that. That's your representation point. And again, I'm noticing a lot of goings on. What I'm looking at here is I'm looking at the 20th and what the pressure map is. And sure enough, like I said yesterday, it has to come over. And when that happens, it's going to bring a storm through here. And I had direction for me to think about a cyclone coming in because all the flows are wrong. But it's going to happen when this bubble interacts with this one down here. It's going to pinch that off. It's going to stall this a bit. The move that's going on today is going to stall your storm in the corner. You're going to get a much more prolonged rain event than they were forecasting, but you're getting every bit as much as what I said. It had to work that way. You have to learn to read the pressures. Pressure's going to tell you everything. And then you have to make the heat happen. How can you make heat happen? You can use facilities like this, super darns, that cover the atmosphere in very predictable ways. Very predictable ways, like this paper here I have pulled up, which I will pass to you in the life, and you can choose how to use this information and how to digest it. Right? Don't ignore it, because if you ignore this information, what are you? Ignorant by proxy. So there's that. I use a Google search for super darns. These are atmospheric heaters, and they can create these big high pressures we're seeing in the upper atmosphere, like plasma convections and all sorts of wonderfulnesses that are very predictable. It's very scientific, which is happening, it is happening. Your auroral network is out there. That's a type of HARP array, a static array. In other words, these don't move. You modulate the frequency, or you tune it different to change its aim, to make it curve different, bounce it different, pop it off predictable sites as well. These are quite powerful, very big, and there's a lot of information about it. So you need to learn into that. It's part of your missile defense system. And these ones are pointed at Antarctica. Figure that one out. I guess they're worried about Argentina or something going rogue. If they go rogue, they wouldn't have a World Bank anymore. Change your location. See where I am? Everybody keeps saying I'm by Liverpool. Jesus Christ. Use your heads. I love the area. I really do. It's nice, folks. So here's this one. Then here's I'm gonna just give you the lot. There's your sat view from the Bureau of Morons. See, they ain't even changed that. We want to be called the Bureau. Yeah, you could be called Nancy if you want, but I'm gonna call you by your name, the Bureau of Morons. That's how it is. So I'll give you this one. And so you can do your own lookings. Yeah, I know this is boring you. It's going to be very bad on your ride home on Sundays. I'm very concerned because the roads are absolutely washed out that I'm seeing, that are in the long stretches that are connecting high grounds together, right? Even in Queensland side, I know when I drove out that way, it was very flat on some stretches. So when you flash flood, you're cut off. It's wise to stay that way. You're cut off. You're on a high ground for a reason. Your family built there because they seen floods in the past. So there's your sat viewer. Well, when do you know? Some people were asking for this one. So I'm just going to give you my let that I'm showing today all at once. And I'm going to crack on. Because you guys have absolutely been chem bombed all to hell and back Really, really, I've been watching it. And there is a pulse that's involved with the super darn. It's why I'm showing you. Have I given you everything? I ain't gave you Mimic. Mimic's got a lot of things you could do up here. Here's a timestamp on something. See it right here? You'll see a blast comes through here. See a turn on? Right there. Off. On. Off. Ain't a gravity wave. It's an unproven theory. I see it mentioned a lot in their papers that I've downloaded. Because I've downloaded these reviews to read. See these antenna arrays? And they're all over the world. And you have all sorts of goodies to dive into. Full-size images. Fort Hayes, east and west radar antennas. 2 different directions. They can give you big blasts on the ground. They look innocent, don't they? Like you can hang your laundry on it. Get you fried, get you fried. Bzzz. You know, they deliver a big wallop. You think I call them wallops and womps? There's a real definition. And this page here is rather interesting. It's scientific, and I just went really fast. Is there really any free men left? And I can hit these and let you go into it, but just for my own temptations, I'm just going to do this. And yeah, I downloaded the PDF. Hi. My week-long headache and pressure finally seems to have gone today. Thank God I had a clear day on a sunny coast with no EMFs. I bet, did you really? I mean, did you really? Along the sunny coast. Was it very sunny? This is Newcastle. Look at the chem bombs over the toppy when this picture was taken. Where were you? What sunny coast was that? Come on. These microwave popcorn clouds are EMF induced. Look at the arcs on them pointing towards visible devices that we all know about. That we know about. These big, huge whomping facilities. These super, darn it, it's going on. And there's lots of information about these. The one I went for is the one in Tasmania. So if I get to the top here, this should be anything you want to know about that one. The Tiger Network. Yeah, by clawed balls. They're clawing up the earth with that tiger. Characteristics and all this. It's all being done. University of Newcastle also runs that one over there in Newcastle. So they can do timed experiments with EMF and crossovers of beams. And they also have a crossover cooperation with the University of Auckland for the one that's located right over here. And they very often work in tandem. They do. They're supposed to be scanning this direction. But I noticed they could go both ways. And there's a different kind of blast comes off the other side. Yeah, this is science for you, huh? Bit of a tickle in Antarctica going down here. And here's your next fuckery. And boy, they did a big move on that one. Yeah, that's a big move. See the pulse? Boom. Came that way. From an emanation point over here somewhere. Most likely suspect with the big device is here. X-Smith holds space. Which is, I'll show you. Holt Base X-Smith. He's got one of the largest antennas in the world, shaped like a huge Merkaba body. Let's see. Oh, the Holt face. Get out of here. They can take the face of cells. Base, man. It's all about that base, man. Because they're driving it balls deep on you, man, to the base. Images. Let's show you the images. Dun, dun, dun. Everybody talks about this one. There are a lot of facilities out there. It's a great big Merkaba. It was used originally for communication with submarines in the deep ocean. Well, it's originally, and they've come a long way since then. But boy, is that a weather manipulator. Boy, can that heat the atmosphere. Deliver a great big whomp. It's all radio waves. See it? See what it looked like? The design? Like a tent. You want to be standing underneath that sucker. That's very Tesla looking, isn't it? Maybe you get away with being in the center. Boy, that'd be all sparky, wouldn't it? Light you right up. And here's some pictures of Australian nuclear and uranium sites. It just happens to be over here. What the fuck is that all about? Heat that uranium load in the ground. What are they doing? Pressure decompressing the ground. You can get a hell of a whomp. Get a piezo discharge off that, unlike other items that are in the ground. Right, so there's a lot of information out there about these things, and I'll pop you a link to that, too. I'm not going to do this every show I do. Why? Because I think if you're curious about something, you have to satisfy your curiosity. Because you'll ask me to fact check me to death. And you know what? The fact checkers use my name and then lie about me. Hey, I never say this is cloud seeding. This is not cloud seeding. This is cloud creation. There's a big difference. Cloud creation is geoengineering. Then if you have a cloud, you can modify it. According to your weather modification and all that act that you guys keep passing me, even says the definition of cloud seeding is to modify an existing cloud. Basically, is how it interprets. Creating a cloud is a whole new ballgame. And it's been this ain't your father's Oldsmobile, so to speak. And well, you ain't in Kansas anymore. As this big line of chem bombs has gone over from Sedona all the way now over the mountains over here with tendrils of God only knows what. Chemtrail went by here because what was there, a gap? Hi, is the airport over here? I can't remember. Look at this one here. What the hell kind of Pluminazi thing is this? Do you not see it? Do you not look up? Shine your phone off. Well, you got a wicked witch riding a broom. Oh my God, here's a cloud. Hello? My God, that's a hell of a chem bomb. That's not naturally occurring cloud formation. Right, look at this. A line came off and it jettisoned payload off to the site. Like one of those flower of death looking deployments of chaff, anti-missile thing that you see the transports use. Let's see if I can get a picture of it. The angel blossom of death chaff anti-missile for ships. See if it should be for a plane. Let me see if I can find this. This is unbelievable. It's nuts. Hang on a minute. Military transport jet anti-missile defense death blossom. Oh, fuck, I'll type it in. You got to see this. You can't tell me it ain't possible to cover a whole area. Oh, death blossom is it's an angel. Looks like an angel. Look. Watch this gunship. This guy's channel is called and I'll pop him a like while I'm here and give him a subscribe. I don't even ask you guys to do that for me. Have you ever heard me say, give me a like or subscribe? I kind of don't like that, actually. Okay, the video will play after this, Ed. And we're gonna look at this. Watch what this thing can do. And you can't tell me they can't fly by and do a whole area really quick. Yeah, even in the guise of, hey, we're having an exercise, you guys act like a missile's coming and fire something. Look at all those chem bombs going on. Look at what's being nucleated. A cloud of smoke. It's still a cloud, and it's chemical. Don't assume every cloud I talk about is made out of water. Look what it did. Look at the death blossom. Now look at this. Look what it can do. Or look at that. Now look at this. Now you tell me that don't look a bit similar to you. Over here. And it's going on now. That's ongoing. That ain't finished deploying yet. That's above your heads now. Right? That could be a military exercise, but it looks like that. That looks like this. Oh, whammo. Chem bombs suck. And don't you ever tell me it ain't possible to do something that I can show you before your eyes. Going on top of an existing cloud deck. Different color. It's going to spread out. It's going to fall out. You're going to breathe it, and it's not cool. And they're frying you with stuff. Right? How do you know they're frying you with stuff? You see the microwave popcorn clouds down here. When you zoom way out, you see the squareness of it. You see the geometry that is not round. It's not circulation. It's a circle jerk. And you're the pivot man. Look at this crap out here in the ocean, creating a very dire situation for travel along this coast. So go to your protest, but you're going to have to stay a little longer than you expected. You send one person up to make sure the roads are clear, because I'll tell you what, hey, I don't want to hear you guys drowning. But you know what? It's better to drown for your freedom than to drown in the sea of lies that's got you on your knees just begging for a crumb. A crumb. And we're born to be better than to leave a crummy world behind. with the combination of it all, a sickness mix off your coast, doing death blossoms down on the top. You don't tell me that ain't possible. Don't tell me. Because I showed it to you. It's possible. Straight edges in geometry to your skies and not a circulation. This old man, he had chem and deployed it over your heads. It's time for you to stop the knick-knack paddywhack. You don't need the bone. Get my drift? You're frying you out here. What the fuck is that? I feel it. I'm winding up. It's this big sea of EMF. EMF is a multi-dimensional fabric being perturbed, and who knows what entities you could bring in. Only the shadow knows. Great big Pinocchio knows. That shadow knows. Fucking assholes. Come on. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Chemtrails, drawing a big old face, and he's blowing out something over. Tazzy, right over the top of where this device is. It's over here. Look, I have signature and everything in this guy. Bzz, getting fried. Right before your eyes. Off, on, off, on. Swat. Hobart, you're guilty. Exmouth, you're guilty. Manipulating this one out here. Off. On. Actually, it's been on a while. Boy, is that frying a long time. But how you guys feeling out there, huh? I don't know, hold a hot dog outside your window or go in on a stick, eh? That'll get cooked. That's not cool at all. So you guys just ain't you're getting radiated bad. And a lot of that goes into the upper atmosphere and it echoes around. And we hear a reverberation ringing in our ears. It sells a lot of hearing aids and batteries, don't it? Perpetually. Look at this big beam coming down here to New Zealand. They're getting smacked. And the earthquake risk is ever so high down here right now. Because I've seen some beaming off this coast. You got one coming here, and look at the line of intersections right here. Anywhere along that little swath right here. High earthquake risk. Not as much on this side as here. When the storm comes over the top. Even the nudge right now, smacking that down, as active as the trench has been, could trigger something in the sevens. I'm very, very concerned for the pork chop, as I call it, what it looks like underwater. There's a chromatic trench, and there's a big outcropping. Looks like the giant wing of a creature under the sea. Very big, with volcanoes coming through it. Got a beam swath right here off of like Jakarta and all that. Indonesia. Because of nice tasting food. It's very fragrant, big beam swath coming down here. Some of these will be splices of images put together, so we have to understand that as well. So that's why you look for the ons and offs. And the modulation of the frequency causing the beam itself. That was the one that started the other day. Let's see if we can get a better shot of this. And good morning, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Are you falling asleep? You need a boom or something? Well, give me another coffee and I might. I'm very, very concerned about this much water. And that's really what I'm looking at. So the swath of that antenna went from here to here. And it's going to be the stop. That's where the storm that comes here reaches a certain point and cannot go any further, which means it's going to back up a lot of rain through here. And the fold ain't going to happen straight away. It's going to back up. So it's going to force it over the top of this. So you're going to get a long rain event through here. Every bit of 36 hours. And it's a lot of moisture. And look what they've just done. Whammoed it together. So all those little droplets that have been wicking up in the air and begin reports of really dry soils, and kind of explain how that can happen with pressure flows and desiccants put in the air. And it's aluminums and stuff are desiccants when they oxidize. They'll wick up moisture out of the ground. And there's evidence of spray of something here. And if the soil sample before a rain of aluminum toxicity is one level and it increases afterwards, you know it came from the rain, right? Aluminum should never exist in your environment in a free state. You have to smelt it. You have to go through processes. So it shouldn't be there. All right? A man does that. Got a lot of boogeyman faces in this picture. Look at the Chinese dragon ones. Blowing a chem bomb out. Look at that. I love geosculpting and all, but man, that's a very complicated firework to put together from China. Fireworks are very predictable in how they deploy. And look at the shows, they time them to music. You can't tell me it can't be done, because I'm seeing it done. You open your eyes and go, oh my God, that's very far-fetched. It's megatard. Well, you know what? The megatards are over in Canberra thinking they're going to fool us anymore. They lied. All of them. They're fired. Look at these testicles in the sky. Look at these bombs. Now we'll go backwards. We'll watch them deploy over a sea of EMF. You want to see how you can see EMF real good? Put it on fast. Zoom out. And you'll see the flows. You'll see the corridors where the stuff can go through. It can come through here and in like a sack. It could come up and over. This will be different than that, so you get a different flow because that's backed up a little more. It'll tend to want to go more of its moisture here. Constrict it with a waveform here that's coming across. Cuts that, squeezes it like a sock. You know, when you're wringing out a sock, just run your hand, put it in your hand and pull it out the top of your hand, right? Loose on the bottom of your hand, tight on the top, wrings it out. Wrings the water out. And they're wringing out the sock. And they're wringing it out right over the top of you here. It's going to take about maybe 8-9 hours for the fullness of this to then be over here. Now let's see what's going on Guild Central here, which is called the weather plan. Let's turn some of the pressure off, man. There's way too much pressure doing the broadcast. Hashtag explosive 28. Much pressure going on. What do you want? Your accumulations first? You want the good news or the bad news? I just believe in going right fucking to it. Godfather gave you this scotch. Tell him what's going on. There you go. And those numbers I told you about, there they are. They're going to be a little bit higher. But so some of this will, on the next 10-day stat, will go away. Right? Because it'll have already fallen. Remember that? Some of this is already fallen. This is what you're saying you're getting here. I don't agree with this on the coast road's going to be higher. They're not taking into account this water off the coast that the wind is going to bring in. That's it's 5 centimeters floating in the air. And where does it go? Rain can blow many, many miles. It can blow hundreds of miles. Actually, and not fall. Some of the rain over here that's falling here is way up in the atmosphere. Can actually be brought over here to be rained on. That's just if that rained down all at once. How much would it be? That's what that statistic is. Even access is. Now, that SWAT is fucked. That corridor of EMF that's been created by the NEXRADs and the radars that have been left as the path of least resistance for the storm are happening. And as that cools off, it has a suction to it that'll actually has as a drag to pull that line. They've kept the line hard on over here. So I don't see a bunch of storms happening right here, but they've left a corridor. See it? Boom. Little blast right there. So they have a corridor right between here. Right, to kind of go right toward gate B. I see real big problems with the coast road from here to here. And be very careful. You know, your back road conditions I've been seeing. Well, we'll slow that down so you don't have a fit. Right, I'm talking, you know where Canberra is. I'm kind of learning. Should be right over here. If that's a penis and it took a leak, it lands here. The urinal. And chem-bombed already. So I know there's some Camp Freedom-y type name things down near the river. And I want you guys on higher ground, okay? I'm getting washed out. I'm not having it. We're not having it. Where are my rainbow warriors out there? You see it? That ain't just a spider web in the sky anymore over Broken Hill. I think that makes a better point if I do it on with the names. Alright. I might send a Geosky group up. It's kind of interesting. Look at this one down here. Little boy blue, wind to the west. That's that Kembon formation, that flower dotty looking angel blasphemy. What the fuck going on? But it's possible. Whether it did it or not, Only full disclosure of the program will ever tell us this. I tell people that all the time. It's an answer to a question we all honestly deserve, with full honesty. You know, when you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in a court of law, and lie like a fucking rug, using legalese words to get away with it, that's really wrong. When the spirit of a law takes the spirit of a people and tries to break it, it's sad. I mean, this is a corporation. The thing you call a constitution that was fought for on Anzac Day today is non-existent. It's all a lie now. I wish I could get the ghost of your ancestors to rise up and come home from Turkey and fight what did it to them. And what's it doing to you? Look at the Kanban formation here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, boom, boom! Went the plumes over the top of here. Not good at all. But hey, there's gold in our hills. A lot of Kanban here, and if you're sick and you die and nobody knows about it, that's easy to get your land then. Get it for a pittance. You're going to pay your loan? We'll take that. Can't get insurance on it? Oh, you had a deal on your mortgage. You got to have insurance? You better take that money they give you. Better stack, better pack. Stock and park. It's in the plans. Go look. Go look at Agenda 2030, Sustainable Development Goals. Goals. They're probably on a bulletin board in your local planning boards. Go look. It's there. They're in ours. They're selling it to you like it's good. There's already smart poles around. Yeah, first they started with the built-in Wi-Fi. Come in our city center and use it. Next thing you know, here's a pole you can ask directions. The next thing you know, here's a pole up your ass. We've been inflating it slowly for 25 years. Or more. They got another Q bomb. There's a Q drop. Dropping a chem bomb on you. Boom, 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 boom. Doop-a-dee, doop, doop bomb. Don't be dupe, man. That ain't a glitch on the ground, Dick. It's a chem bomb going over a radar station. They are a bunch of horse thieves. And their mother, bitch. That's how you say a bitch. A whore bitch, actually. Yeah. In Turkish, you need to know that. Why did I do that one? That's wrong. I want to see the national Loopy. It's not even worth pulling up all the time. So the wicked glitch of the West is riding her broom out to see. Big blast communicating between the two radar stations here, where a rural line is definitely wanted from here to here, and then to right about here. And then right over to there, and then one from up here to here, one from here in this corridor, one from here in this corridor, one from there in that corridor. I swear to God, you're getting railroaded, Australia. And my biggest dire warning is for your road conditions that are coming up through the mountain passes where they're already half washed out. The gravel might be washed out of the tarmac itself, and it looks like a road, and it's not. You're driving on a sponge that's ready to crumble. Or maybe it's like driving on an apple crumble. They didn't build roads to last. These ain't Roman roads. They keep the soldiers busy building roads. Instead of having wars, hey, we'd have roads that were good. And that's with pride. Remember, always war sucks today. There are no glorious dead. There are just dead. Dying for a corporate poppy field, or dying for depopulation. We wanted your land. Charge over that hill. Boys, go Gallipoli on them. What a shame how those soldiers were used. How they're used even today. You show me a city in this world that doesn't have a soldier on the corner, that hasn't been taken care of as promised. And right here, getting fried. Queensland style. Hello, Brisbane, Marburg. Marburg can't do that. Somebody once said, yeah, then why is it doing it? Dumbass. Well, I built that station. Were you there every minute? You build the inside of that computer there, jack leg. Was the fried Eddie on here? Yeah, I hear all sorts of stupid. I can't believe I showed my bum on a video. Tells you how fed up I am. I'll moon you in a minute. I'll do it in public. I'll hang a snake. I did. I watched the singer from Skid Row did. He walked to the edge of the stage and hung his snake out. He got in a little bit of trouble with the Chapel Hill police after the show. Fucking all, that was funny. I also did. I didn't need to see that. He had a pimple on his hair area. Yeah, he had it shaved. But you know, every rose has its thorn. Maybe I fucking don't know. My God, every nose has got a chem bomb in it these days. And the chem bomb sprayed in rows. Yes, I do. And they sprayed you on your eclipse night. They put a skeleton off the coast of Sydney just to cause you fright. Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it? Yeah. There's nothing you said or nothing you did. They're just doing this to you. It was bad enough what they did with the vaccine, making you look at your parents through a window while they died. In rest homes, there is no atonement for this. No. There is no even forgiveness. I cannot forgive this. Now you could do volunteer work the rest of your life, and I'll still say you would load a boxcar in a minute by believing a television commercial by a guy that wasn't even a doctor. Bill Gates is not a medical doctor, and you believed him. I'm not a medical doctor. I provided better proof, and hey, guess what? We were right. Correct. What a shame. Frying chem bombs over a protected area. Boom, 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 boom. This isn't a circular cloud. These are microwave popcorn clouds. Don't believe no gravity wave bullshit. The gravity of this situation for Australia over the coming week is dire for travel, dire for your supplies, dire for your food supply, dire situations. Somebody asked me today, what shape is the planet in? I said, it is a dire shape. And it's all I'm ever really going to say because nothing else is proven to me. You know what I can prove? I can prove these floods are going along the lines of proposed new railroad lines because they are on a map. I can prove geoengineering is real. I can prove it's possible to make this type formation with known and existing and used methods. And I can prove the complacency of the world because of not being told the truth can cause great harm to my oceans. The Joker is wild. Okay, now. This is an endless. What are they playing? No, really. This is taking the piss. I'll give them credit, man. They're getting good with their fireworks. Triangle right there. 1, 2, 3 cleared areas. Possible TRB. You always look for the blowouts on his sites. Yes, they got 3 spots. And a 4th is actually a bit funny. It tends to ionize around itself, so it's hard to pick up. Oh man, that TRP's got a lower number than the ones they're using now, I'll tell you that. Dive, rabbit, dive. Boy, that chem bomb don't look too healthy. Or maybe there's Donald Trump coming to save your asses. You got a king's crown on him. Here you go, Charles. Have a nice weekend. Look what we did for you. Look what we did for you. He had a hell of a group of friends, didn't he? Oh my God. You don't want to leave your kid alone in that castle. A lot of frying on the low decks. Created an absolute corridor through here. There's no way it's not going to go here. A little bit of trickle is to give you your afternoon storms here. But with the onshore flow, you guys are so fucked from this line here down. Absolutely are. They're spraying you up now, setting it up. As far as the worldview went, it was a total freedom. Freedom is freedom. But they fried them down there for sure. Quite some EMF flows going on here, creating absolute straight lines. Wankerada. Yeah, I know what I did there. You fried off oola oola. Hey, I gotta love that name. Yeah, we gotta support this world. We gotta support what we love. We gotta support ourselves. And we gotta prop up these oceans with better ideas than this. Hey, let's just black the ocean. Hey, let's throw some iron in it. If there was supposed to be iron filings in the ocean, there would have been iron filings in the ocean when we got here. Okay? I'm just looking at that star out there. That's not too cool looking. Look at the bomb, 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 the bomb, the bomb, boom, boom, boom. Can you recognize them yet? Even on a still image? You should be able to by now. If not, just go back, look through my videos. They're all public. Yeah, they get used by many, many people that tell things, and they mute out my voice, and they don't credit me, and I'm okay with that, you know. This isn't about Robert Deutsch. This is about my planet, and any way the word is getting out, as long as they ain't telling a lie, I'm okay with it. Don't misrepresent my words, and I leave you alone. Don't tell lies. Don't say things you can't prove, and not call it a rumor or we need to look into it. I say plenty of full retard stuff. Like geosculpting is real and can happen, but can you prove it? Well, you know, it looks like it. Wait, it takes somebody, they're getting bored. I'm getting bored with Australia. Can I have some fun with the Kemba machine? Yeah, go ahead, kid. Hey, we're going to see a fucking penis float by before it's all said and done. A real, yeah, we will. Maybe it's a real one. It'll piss it down out the end or ejaculate something out the end, and they'll convince you it's healthy. Or some numbnut, a psyop will. I want to get you to argue with me because I don't love the same things as you do. Hey, I like mustard on my fucking pretzels, you know. You might not. I'm okay with that because you ain't got to eat my pretzel, and I damn sure ain't got to eat yours. But I damn sure got to breathe the same air as you got to breathe. And I ain't got access to the military-grade air filtration system and the EMF-proof glasses and things that survived the nuclear holocaust even. People can build their houses out of these philanthropists that have billions and billions of dollars. Want to make sure they keep those and make it grow. Meanwhile, the guy's leaning back is still pissing all over the regional preserve. It always amuses me, actually. It does. Looks like a Dr. Seuss character. Is that the Grinch? Is that the Glitch? He's the mean one, Mr. Glinch. He's frying above your head. Microwave popcorn clouds are not for eating. They're burning up your seat. The big Q bitch. Here's a Q in your sky. Q in the sky, keep on burning. What's the psyop tomorrow? Whoa, 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 control. It's all about the control, man. All about the control. I can hardly control myself any longer. And I'm looking at pulsations over here in Wagga Wagga and Tumut and Young and Canberra where they fry the young. And oh my fucking God, would you look at the guilt off the coast here over the top of our fucking animals? We're spreading out, chemtrails spreading out, going out, bzz, 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 frying sonic waves going through the water, interrupting things, drawing a fucking skeleton head here. What in the fucking hell is that off the coast of the gang? This is not even amusing me. Halloween was days ago. It's time for this shit to stop. This is Armistice Day. This is a day to remember always that war sucks. Not that there's a glorious dead. Not that you should march off with a fucking machine gun because you got no future at home, that they set you up with nothing and say you must go here, you must do this. And die, or take this vax, let us experiment on you. While you're in the military, and they come out with a brainwashed mess, some of these people seeing body parts all over the place, they make you go into some other homeland and commit crimes, and you call those people terrorists. Meanwhile, Palestine has been absolutely getting it for years and years and years. And crickets. Fucking crickets. Now you're eating crickets. While they destroy the meat supply, while the hoof and the mouth disease is really just a words out of mouth disease is getting too thick and dissing my ease. It's dissing it bad. Here, I'm just gonna roll this for a minute. Oh fuck, that didn't go well. That's okay. It's already loaded. That was a big super. Damn it, more than a super darn. Okay, let's go over here and look. That's that. Let's roll the weather plane. Alright, here's what I'm going to roll two of them because I'm going to add some of these things together. Now, if you care to support my work as well needed, you can buy some jewelry from me. That's a great way to do it. I don't think there's any more books in Australia, but if you're up for it, I can send some unsigned copies that are in Turkey. I can get them sent. Oh my God, that coffee tastes so good. I was getting a bit dry. Or you can do so at paypal.me/Robert Deutsch. You will not get fined money for supporting any kind of disinformation or any lie like that. While you switch to switch and swipe, they swiped your details and then you switched and they took your facial recognition off you. What a shame. Yeah, that happened too, by the way. So you may do it that way, or if you don't want to, you don't have to. You don't have to tell me what you pay for things with. You don't tell me that you have to do. You were gonna do something, but yeah, it's virtue signaling and fucking me and pissing me off. They're squeezing out the sock. So the hand of the sock is basically an EMF right here that's pinching down harder. And as they move the EMF down, it pinches the sock. If I pulse it, I can create a constrictor pump. Plop, 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 plop. If I twist it in the sky just right, I've made an Archimedes screw, which is a rudimentary pump. Sideways roll clouds do this. Funnel them, tighten one end, open the other one, outflows the cornucopia and the electrical flow. That goes with it. It comes out the tip of the end. So the tail end of the lightning, as this comes down, is going to be bad. It's going to be very bad around Mount Isa and Longreach. I've watched the setup for days. And what they're going to do to you on top of Canberra, like I said, get out of the creeks, please. And you're going to might have to stay longer than you expected. So keep that in mind and go do it. Don't forget your check. Yeah, don't forget your check. Hashtag anything you fucking want. Just do it. Do your hashtags. Tell me something. If I see when I see stuff on your wall, if I choose to, if it's in my oneness, I do so. Hey Vanuatu, look at this. I told Fiji I'd give him a quick pop of the flow that's coming around them as they move the moisture. High earthquake risk, and you're going to be beaming like fuck. Usually your main island. So Labasa's going to go low, and the one over here is going to go hard. Right? They don't really usually show their radar. See how it's blank? Fiji does not agree to show the guilt because they're used a lot in weather manipulation. I'm not going to get into your play-by-play for today because that's mostly for tomorrow. As you get into this days here, it's still volatile, and I'm not in agreement with the numbers that's coming through here. I'm definitely in agreement on a clear out. They got to let them streams run for what's coming here. It's coming about here. How many days after this will become a crust? It's going to take about 3 days from here for that to be here with the bubble up coming on this side down in a trough like this because the pressure said so. Said it had to happen. This is a very bad situation. A dust in front of this is almost unlikely if the soils are too saturated. However, as shown to me from a garden bed this morning, they can dry out the soil very, very quickly. And that's going to leave hollows underneath it. The soil's not settling, it's drying. It's going up in the atmosphere, so that's leaving gaps. So your runoff's going to get thicker and thicker with slurries and start clogging up drains and other things that have you had time to suck out the drains that have all the silt in them. If you've got time to take a grate off and not hurt yourself and take a shovel and get some shit out, you might save your neighborhood. Right? Think about this. You might have to take action yourself. Don't say, well, the town should have done that. When you thought about it ahead of time, should have took the money to them kind of situation. And as you head through Sunday, the saturation of your coast road is going to happen. It's right around the time you want to go home. Actually, this is in the middle of the night. You pack up in the morning to an absolute raging storm. And it's all running downhill. And it's going to be raining along here. And I'm very, very worried about the connector roads. These little back roads you guys love to take to get to your houses because you got beautiful places I see in pictures. Lots of animals. Poor Maury, man. That trough just keeps on getting it. The gift that keeps on giving. It's called government. And what they're giving you ain't always what you asked for. Hey, can we have a little rain? Yeah, sure. And then they rain over you for too long and stay in office forever. Yeah, did you catch that one? And there's your simpletons right there. Here comes the next batch. And when the warm and the cold meet again, that's when bad's going to happen. It's got to. And is it on a weekend again? You fucking know it. They're bringing in some cold air in the trough here. That's going to naturally mix with this tropical air. It ain't going to have to do nothing but add a bunch of chem and set up the corridors of rain. So you can expect the same type glitchy situation to be on here. Bzz, 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 glitch here, here, and here. That'll hold that all line. Big womp through here. Sideways blast up that way. One hits here to keep that flow going that way. Hit one this way to back the river up. Channel it back down. Marshall Islands has all the facility to do that. And you're flirting with disaster. But it looks like they're doing a circle. That rain that was inundating Cambodia and all that and doing all that harm is now coming your way. It'll go back out to sea. Some of it'll split back off. They can even move that way. At this time of year, it's unlikely. Trans-equatorial flow is difficult, but it's occurring right here, where it goes across the equator, because of these islands breaking up the flow. If these islands weren't here, it'd be nearly impossible for the flow across the equator to occur at that point, other than EMF moving it. Boom, boom, boom. Pressure pump. Boom, boom, boom. Take it right over the equator at a high altitude. And that's how you're getting that trans-equatorial flow. And they could call it a dipole. They could call it a lie pole as far as I'm concerned, because I ain't never seen so much lies coming out. And here it comes for the Sunday the 20th. I fucking told you. Oh, you're getting a little in Queensland. Yeah, you need a little bit of a washout. You're getting a bit sticky out there. Yeah, wash your sticky bitties. Don't forget to do that. Don't forget to take care of your animals. And if you're going along this coast road with a dog in a car and I hear you fucking flooded, I'm blocking you. Because you don't listen, and you endanger the lives of things that are beyond you. As these chem bombs endanger the lives of these animals off this coast, I remain not silent. You endanger your family because you want a picture and go and yeehaw, or you didn't bring enough supplies to camp out for a week at your state house. Hey, stay a month and establish residency. You know, don't tell you not to leave then. What do you want to do? How far are you going to take this? What are you willing to do for your freedom? Don't ever ask me what I should do. You show me what you did. I don't want to hear a bunch of naysay bullshit. I can't do nothing. As soon as you say that on my wall, I go, well, you know what? Can't never did anything. That's what my mama told me, and I'll add this. And dude did it all. Yeah, there's a family saying that one. Of course, that was great advice, and I use it a lot. Grandpa's treat important things like they're important. This is my planet, and it's very important. I'm treating it like it's important. It's the combination of it all streams across your nation. It's the super duper high totals, and they're going to be fucking high. And I'm watching. I got looks like about 6 more hours of rest before I'm really going to have to come on here and give you guys where you're going to total fucked. I'll know all the pressure moves by then. But this road along the weekend, okay, that's problems. And the water that ran down here is still there. The saturated soils are still there. There's no silts between the grains of sands and the hills. It's washed out. So that's just bad. And with the rumblings of the earthquakes, because of the operation, I believe, of the new facility down here that made one of those, a mini CERN, if you will, an accelerator. And since its deployment, I've been seeing quakes up through here, and I think it's the reverberation off this coastline of the wave when it shuts down. Boom, boom, boom. Just like we had a bunch off the coast of the Calf of Italy whenever they're running isotope experiments over there. I see quakes. So that means that facility's operating again, Italy. Remember the one we got shut down? Yeah, it's back. That caused a big controversy when I called out that quake, and then I uncovered the proof of the correlation, and people showed up there. Okay? Italy knows what to do. They know pitchforks and torches don't just stay on porches, and words do nothing but just inspire a sedency. I am an activist. There is no other way to be. If you care to support me, paypal.me/Robert Deutsch. Yeah, I'm in need. Near all the books are gone. Sorry, folks. I'll try to get some unsigned ones sent. But I can't sign any until after the first of the year. And I'll hopefully get all my visa, get sorted to go to Turkey, and then I can go home. But I think I'm coming back. I think there's war in the horizon. Not quite yet, but it's on there. Think election year. You got another year. Hey, you can have the biggest numbnut as a president of the United States. I'll give you an example like, well, not Truman. He was bad. No, I'm not even going to go recent on this. Reagan. They had war. Boom. Right before the election. He did the right thing. You do it on a sports weekend. Now we have to cancel. Everybody go home. You watch the blitz and all of it all. That turns out it was just a firework display. The new Kubrick sets up some bombs down one street nobody sees. And the Ukraine, your ass. Right. They're going to fold over here. When Alice hits its beam down, it's going to send a pulse. Boop, 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 boop. That's going to determine the constrictor. They've already got some cuts, so it's going to be a difficult call for today. But you can see the big hotspots already. I've already mapped them out. They're all along the EMF corridors, all fueled around the stations. This when it meets that one coming from C, it's going to go bad. What do they want in here? There's a lot of big storms. I keep seeing Roxby down. I keep seeing this thing along these lakes. So, were they low? Did they need water? Let's think logical. Do they need a new dam? Are they at the... Is there any warnings that something bad can happen? If you live below one of these dams during one of these big events, you might want to go up ground. Oh, you got this one beaming like fuck. Storms just die when they get in the center then. And then bombing them back up. New bombs to make them go on. See if we can catch that. I'll be right here. Isn't it? See if we catch this right. I like to bust it. I ain't rushing this. Yeah, we're still here. Oh my god, I've been yakking an hour. Oh my god, that's the guilt in itself. See if we can find this. I just want to see if they re-bombed it. So if I gotta have to put the borders on. Alright, it's right around here. So there's the radar square, right? Or is that it here? Right here. Okay, so there's the object of our wanting to know. So I'm going to turn some of these off now. Alright, let's look. It's right here. This is where that glitch is going on. And I seen bombs at the end. Right here. 1, 2, 3. See them? See the cluster of them here happen? They bomb this weather up, and then it reacts in the field of electromagnetic perturbation. Another one right here. This is all a bomb, a storm. If it wasn't for these chem bombs, you'd have no storm at all. Gloom, despair, and agony for all to see. Heck, man, having a champ. Right, that's about all my voice can take. All right, big love, people. Stay safe. Expect to see me soon. Yeah, I'm watching. Big love, peace.